Hare Krishna to all the Vaishnavas. Welcome to today's class. Today I'm switching on the video because last time I was staring at the phone and Dad was saying that you're recording a video and you're not looking at it. So I was looking at your names and then speaking. So welcome to today's evening cyber class. We will start with Mangala Charan. Today we'll continue with the discourse on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, entitled The Status Quo, Chapter 20, Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura, and the last shloka, 53rd. Haribol. We'll do some bhajan by His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि 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 बोल. Please sing along with me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी. Hari Om Tat Sat. So, Canto 3, Chapter 20, Shloka 53. Please recite along with me. तेभ्यश्चैकैकशः स्वस्य देहशांशं मदादजः यत्तत्समाधियोगर्धी तपोविद्या विरक्तिमत्. तेभ्यश्चैकैकशः स्वस्य देहस्यांशमदादजः यत्तत्समाधियोगर्धी तपोविद्या विरक्तिमत्. तेभ्यश्चैकैकशः स्वस्य देहस्यांशमदादजः यत्तत्समाधियोगर्धी तपोविद्या विरक्तिमत्. Synonyms: तेभ्यः, to them, च, and, ekaikashaha, each one, swasya, of his own, dehasya, body, amsham, part, adat, gave, ajaha, the unborn Brahma, yat, which, that, Hare Krishna, tat, that, samadhi, deep meditation, yoga, concentration of mind, riddhi, supernatural power, tapaha, austerity, vidya, knowledge, virakti, renunciation, mat, possessing. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. To each one of these sons, the unborn creator of the universe gave a part of his own body, which was characterized by deep meditation, mental concentration, supernatural power, austerity, adoration, and renunciation. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yenam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namine Namaha Acharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Pradayane Gaurakatha Damadaya Nagar Gramatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarini. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतश्वे नमः. पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपा स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम् आनन्दलीला मय विग्रहाय हेमाभदिव्य छवि सुंदराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय श्री चैतन्य चंद्राय नमो नमस्ते. मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्री गुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरं. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hari Om Tat Sat. So we'll start with reading. The purport. which is also known as, Dad explains, as the ecstasy of Srila Prabhupada. So let's read it together. The word Viraktimat in this word means possessed of the qualification of renunciation. Spiritual realization cannot be attained by materialistic persons. For those who are addicted to sense enjoyment, spiritual realization is not possible. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that those who are too attached to seeking material possessions and material enjoyment cannot reach Yoga Samadhi. That is, absorption in Krishna consciousness. Propaganda that one can enjoy this life materially, at the same time spiritually advance, is simply bogus. The principles of renunciation are 4. To avoid illicit sex life, to avoid meat eating, to avoid intoxication, and to avoid gambling. Hare Krishna. These 4 principles are called tapasya or austerity. To absorb the mind in the supreme, in Krishna consciousness, is the process of spiritual realization. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 3rd canto, 20th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. Haribo. So, yesterday we heard from Vishnupriya Mataji of the how Manu appeared, right? So this was, like we say, that when different parts of Lord Brahma and different characters of Lord Brahma or emotions of Lord Brahma produce many bodies. So what we have been hearing all this time is not necessarily in order. For example, in the 10th chapter of 3rd canto, so we were learning about how the Vaikrita or Visarga, the sub-creation or the secondary creation by Lord Brahma, was being done after praying to the Lord for the energy, right? And then he created 4 types. 4 types. In that 4 types, then there were many types, subtypes. Like he created the plants, right, which is the lowest in consciousness compared to the other species, but they were of 6 types. Then a little bit of higher consciousness came the animals, right? They were of 28 types. Even plants of 6 types, they were like you had plants which are hollow, with hollow trunk, like the bamboo. Plants which give fruits without flowers. Plants which give fruits after flowering, right? Plants which need support, right? You have the creepers, right? Then plants which are which have very stout trunk, right? So you had different types, 6 types of plants being plants and creepers and shrubs which were being described on the body side. Then you had the animals, the various types of animals with hooves, 5 joints, 2 hooves, 3 hooves, the divides, the joints. There are 28 types there. So that is 2. The 3rd type, which sub-creation Lord Brahma did, was that of a human, right? The humans, and their characteristic was described. And now the 4th type, where you have the 8 types of demigod. In this chapter, finally, from the 10th chapter, finally we come on this chapter. But the whole purpose of Maitreya, right? So this looks very, very analytical, right? The description of various bodies. Where's Krishna in this? It's all materialistic. But he is going to lead, you will see in the next chapter, just to lead to talking about the clan, the lineage of the first Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. He had to explain this, right? And so yesterday's shloka, we had that from his own form, from the best part of his form, the mind, Manu came. So the order not necessarily is of that. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says the order was actually, you had first animals with 5 joints, then came the plants and creepers, and then you had what we started reading from this chapter onwards, the yakshas, the Rakshasas, the Bhutas, Pretas, right? The 8 types. And then you had Kumaras, which we studied in the beginning of the 12th chapter, right? And then Manu came, and then humans came, right? So that was the order Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti teaches. So here the order is not necessarily how the creation actually manifested, but what they are trying to bring out is from different characters of Lord Brahma and emotions of Lord Brahma, what came out. So today's order is we are talking about so Mataji explained yesterday the sages, the first part of the shlokas, the sages, the characteristic. So let's go to the translation. The great sages evolved in yesterday's translation from the self-born Swayambhu, Lord Brahma. Okay, what came out? The characteristic: austerity, penance, adoration, mental concentration, then absorption. So today in the translation they're saying, continuing with the same. So the sages, okay, let's explain it this way. For example, we have here, say for example, austerity, right? Also you can call it yoga. So when we talked about the creation of the 4 Kumaras, right, from the Vidya of Lord Brahma, the knowledge aspect, the 4 aspects of Vidya. So they are Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya, Tapa. So each of these 4 Kumaras, the sages, right, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda and Sanat Kumar, they represent each of these respectively, the Sankhya, Yoga, Vairagya and Tapa, right? So here the sages, when the creation, the 10 sons of Lord Brahma, like the Daksha, Narada, right? The sages came out from his best part, right? From the eyes, from the mind, from the thumb. We are reading about all that in the 10th chapter, and continuing with the 12th chapter. So the sages are very important. Now, why the sages are very elevated in this? In a day, in a Kalpa of Brahma, Kalpa is known as a day of Brahma, there are 14 Manavantaras. So in each Manavantara, there are 6 types of personalities which are very important for managing the universal affairs. The shloka goes like, we had discussed this previously also, just a repetition. Manavantaram Manu Deva Manu Putra Sureshwaraha. Then Rishayo Amshavata Rascha. Then comes your Shadvidha. So these 6 personalities. So you have the Manu. You have the other personality called the demigods. Then you have Manu Putra, the sons of the Manu. 3rd. 4th, Sureshwara, the head of the demigods, the Lord Indra. That's the position. So we come to know these are all positions. Then the 5th, okay, Rishaya, the 7 sages, Shapta Rishis. And the last but not the least is the Amsha Avataras. So the Amsha Avatara, the 6th one, is the one who decides these 5 in every Manavantara. So here, how important the sages are, right? So what is the importance of the sages, and why Srila Prabhupada is talking about the 4 regulative principles, he's brought it out under the topic of austerity. Very nicely he brought it out. Renunciation and austerity. Principle of renunciation, the 4 austerities. So which is being talked about, that the sages are a portion of all these. So the Shapta Rishis, so each of these 5 personalities have have a mission or have an objective in running the universal affair. The 7 sages specifically have the responsibility to re-establish Sanatana Dharma after end of every Chatur Yuga. Okay? So, for example, we have like 14 Manavantras, right? In our Manavantra, Vivasvata Manavantra, the son of Vivaswan, we have the 7 sages, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Kashyapa, Jamdagni, Bharadwaj, Gautama. So 6, I'm forgetting there's one more name, Marichi, I think it's Marichi. So these 7 sages, you can read it, reference it in the 8th canto. So it is explained, it is divided in various chapters, I think 3 chapters in detail. So their work to re-establish Sanatan Dharma, the eternal religious principles, that's how important the sages, their work is. So normally the realm of sages in the 14 planetary system is Mahar, Jana, Tapa, and then obviously Lord Brahma. And the other sages, like the 4 Kumaras, they keep going to Satyaloka, right, to their dad's place. And they've obviously gone beyond that, right? So their task in this material manifestation and the cosmic maintenance is very important. Okay, and these 5 personalities, especially like the Manu, for example, Manu, they established the 4 Purusharthas on planet Earth. The 4 Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and the occupational duty, Varnashrama. So the sages, what do they do? For example, we have a guru. Our guru, our spiritual master, our acharyas, they're sages, right? What are sages? The sages are Vaishnavas. Only Vaishnavas can re-establish Sanatan Dharma, the eternal religious principles. They have to be Vaishnavas, right? So they are devotees of the Lord. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, they say that if you want to please the Lord or follow the instruction of the Lord, listen to the instructions of your Guru Maharaj. He is the medium through which you can please the Lord. So if you want to know Anukulas Anyabhilashitam Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam, right? A devotee is devoid of abhilash, material desires, jnana, right? The speculative knowledge, monastic knowledge, and then karmadi, karma adi, right? Your fruitive action. He is not interested on this. Anyabhilashitam shunyam jnana karmadya anavritam. Then what does he do? He is only doing anukulasya krishnanu, devotional service. Anukulasya krishnanu. So the only thing he does is devotional service. But why does he do? So what is our responsibility? To follow the instructions of Guru Maharaj. And what is the activity of a Guru Maharaj? To spread Krishna consciousness. To preach Hari Katha. So if we follow the instructions of our Guru, right? So in this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, what happens? Then, because a Guru is a medium, Lord Krishna is happy with Paramhamsas, with the devotees, right? So then we following instructions, that means Lord Krishna is happy, right? And then through the medium of Guru, we come to know what Lord Krishna wants. Like Lord Chaitanya said, preach my mission, preach Krishna consciousness. And that's what we are all trying to do, endeavor to do. So what is the result of this? The next shloka in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, right? Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam. Sarvopadhi, upadhi, right? Vinirmuktam. Like when we address each other Why do we always stress? Address each other properly with the initiated name, because that is not called upadhi, that is called spiritual identity. Sarvopadhi vinir muktam. The upadhi is called material designation. Like, I'm Kiran, right? I'm from India, I live in Qatar, I work in a bank, right? These are material designations. But Sarvopadhi vinir mukta, by doing devotional service, you give up this material designations. And then Sarvopadhi vinir muktam, you identify yourself. We identify each other by Das or Dasi. Vishnu Priya Devi Dasi, Nilima Devi Dasi. Then you have Kavayatri Devi Dasi. So we are all servants of the servants of the servants of the Manjaris, who serve the Sakhis, who serve the Gopis, and then the Gopas, who are serving the Lord, and they're only, all of us, it's called Ekmat, have one objective: to please Lord Krishna. So the sages, like our Guru, our Acharyas, they are taking us, all of us, towards that one objective. Sarvopadhi vinurmuktam, giving up our material designation but recognizing our spiritual identity. Tatparatvena nirmalam. So two effects. We give up material designation and then we purify our senses. The other day, Keshav Prabhuji was asking, how do you control the mind? Right? So we can't control the mind. But tatparatvena nirmalam. See, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, how much ever we can dedicate for devotional service, or listening to the seniors, or to the Acharya's instruction, listening to that, doing devotional service, right? It's for our own good. We purify our senses. Sarvapadhi vinurmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesham sevanam bhaktiruchyate. Right? So, with this, right, we totally please the Lord with this action. The Acharyas, and through the medium of the Acharyas, the Parampara. Oh, I have 3 minutes left. 1 second. I've gone way beyond. Okay, so I just want to pick up on the word Yoga Samadhi. It's a very nice word. Srila Prabhupada has explained. So, in the 6th chapter, we read about Yoga Rurukshu, Yoga Rudha, right? Climbing the ladder of devotional service. So, when we say, there is this word called here, in Sanskrit, Riddhi. Riddhi means the siddhis. These great acharyas, because they can control their senses, right? They have great mystic powers. The Ashtasiddhis, which people try to emulate or imitate. Yesterday when Prabhuji, we were talking about Bhagavad Gita, so he was talking about what we should do. Like, should we imitate, follow the instruction? The nice question he asked on this. So, we cannot imitate like the Mahajanas. The Yoga Samadhi, we cannot do something like Haridas Thakur did, 24-hour chanting. We cannot do that. So, our Acharya said, okay, in order to get your senses into control, do chanting, do Swadhyaya, do Sevana, Vaishnava Sevana, do congregation, do singing, Japa, then Archana, Vandana. So different things. So it can be individual, it can be Goshti Anandi. Bhajana Anandi, individual, in Ekanta, when you're on your own, you're doing Archa Vigraha Puja. And then Goshti Anandi. In congregation, we're doing Nama Sankirtana. That is the Yoga Dharma, right? So this Yoga Samadhi, right now that we are doing, absorption in each word, in the message of Srimad Bhagavatam, this is called Yoga Samadhi. So, yesterday we were talking about controlling of senses. We cannot do like Dhruva Maharaj did. We cannot do like Prahlad Maharaj did. We don't have that qualification. That's why we are not called Vaishnavas, like devotees. We are called sadhakas. None of our senses we can control. So what acharyas have given us, see, like we're sitting to each other. Are we controlling our mind? No. Are we controlling, concentrating our eyes, or the eyeballs, when they do yoga, the eyeballs go up in the towards the north zone of our head. You can only see the white balls of your eyes. Are we doing that? No. Are we sitting in a strict strict posture, stiff posture. No. Are we doing pranayama? Yama niyama, we're doing the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. Very simple, not very tough, right? It might seem a big thing to give up, but it is not. We all have gone through it. We are living very nicely, right? We still have our tummies, eating very nicely. So this yoga samadhi is a very, very advanced stage. It is in the spiritual platform, yoga samadhi. It does not come in the materialistic Ashtanga yoga platform of yoga rudha or yoga rajoksha. So the time is up. I will end my class here. So Hare Krishna to all the Vaishnavas. If anyone has any questions, please put it in the forum now. Otherwise, we can move on to the next chapter. Hare Krishna.